Writing content on your blog is a great way to bring in organic traffic, but we all know how time consuming that could be. What if there's a way that could automatically write content on your blog for you? Hey, what up, decisive marketers? Today I'm going to be talking about Autoblogging.pro, and this tool is simply amazing, right? Because you don't have to write content anymore, because this is going to write the content and publish it for you on your WordPress website. Now they do have Zapier and Public Connect integration that will be coming very soon, and then what happens is that you can publish these content onto other blogging platforms as well. Right, so before I dive into Autoblogging.pro, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more digital marketing and e-commerce content. Right, so here we go. So here we are in Autoblogging. Let me just kind of jump to the website. Their website right here. So this is the dashboard. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into the dashboard again, and all I have to do now is just to create a new project. Now I have connected this with one of my website, which I will show you that later. So setting up a new project is very simple. All you need to do is put in the domain that you have. Say I'm gonna use this domain here. Okay, then you can choose the language. Let's say I'm going to use UK. Then I click on next. Then I put in the niche or the focus of the blog itself, right? So say entrepreneurship, business, and digital marketing, e-commerce, okay, something like that, and then I just click on next. What's gonna happen next is that Autoblogging.pro is going to generate all the keywords for you, right? So you don't even need to do your keyword research. I mean, you can if you want to, and that's gonna help you to improve the relevancy of the blog that's gonna be that they are going to be creating for you. Okay, so this one is so for example, entrepreneurship is UK. I'm not going to have that, right? So you can look through the entire keyword suggestion list right here. If you're happy with it, just click on next, right? So so like I said, if you do your own keyword research, you could make sure that the content that will be created is much more relevant to what you want to put out. Okay, so the next step then is how many articles do you want to generate each month. Okay, so then you can select that. Let's say you want to just have 10, which is roughly about two a week or so. Once you're ready, just click on submit, and they will ask you to download the WordPress plugin, right? So once you have done that, okay, just go to your install the plugin, which is very simple. If you are a WordPress user, you would already know how to do this, right? Just go to upload plugin and select the file, install it, activate the plugin. Once you're done, just go to settings, go to Autoblogging.pro, and connect your connect your website. I'm just going to disconnect first, and then I'm going to connect it again. Okay, just click on connect, and it will ask you to select your project. So just select the one that you want, then just click on connect. Okay, then they will then ask you what will be the action when it automatically fetches these content, right? So okay, so you can choose no action, auto publish, or auto schedule, right? So what happens is that with no action, the content will go into draft mode. Okay, it's going to go into draft in your post, right? And auto publish, it means that it's just going to go live instantly. And then you have auto schedule. So auto schedule will be it's just like when the content is going to go live, right? You schedule it. Once it fetches it, it will go up the next day at this time. Okay, so that are those are three options that you have. So I'm just going to select no action draft right now. I'm going to save this, right? And I'm just going to show you. So what happens is that there is already a piece of content that is generated for me. So I'm gonna switch it back to this. This is the piece of content, right? So I can click on read article. It's going to open this up and show me how this looks like. Alright, it comes with the table of contents and everything as well. Right, so you know the introduction, heading, and everything is all in here, right? And then it also contains some external links, everything all done for you right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is okay, let me just quickly go through this. What happens is I'm just gonna click on fetch now. Okay, let me just refresh this. Okay, so it's fetching now. I guess that button takes a little while. Okay, let me see if it's fully fetched. If not, I'm going to try and fetch that again. Okay, there you go, right? So the content is right here, choosing a pet in Singapore, a comprehensive guide for pet owners, right? There you go. Right, so so what happens if you go in here? You can still edit the content if you want to. Okay, right, you can go in here and edit the content the way you want it to be. Okay, yep. Right, so there we go, right? So what we're gonna do now, maybe let's check out the content and see how it is, right? So choosing a pet in Singapore, a comprehensive guide for pet owners. So introduction. In Singapore, many families consider their pets as part of the family. As a result, when searching for a new home, it's important to take into account. Sorry, before I go there, I forgot to mention that you want to set up your API, open API key, right? So you can use your GPT 3.5 key or your GPT-4 key, right? So this content is generated using GPT 3.5. Okay, this is not using GPT-4, right? Because I don't have access to GPT-4 at the moment. This is what I have right now, right? So we will take a look at this, right? I mean, if GPT 3.5 is good enough for you, then imagine what GPT-4 could be for you, right? So let's take a look, right? So as a result, for a new home, it's important to take into account the needs of not only the human family members but also the furry ones. While it may seem simple to buy a tank for a fish or a cage for a hamster, there are several factors to consider to ensure that both you and your pet are comfortable and safe. This guide aims to provide useful information for those who are considering adopting a pet in Singapore and are looking for tips to creating a pet-friendly home. I think the introduction is pretty good, right? So let's move on, right? Easiest pets to keep at home. So Singaporeans live predominantly in HDB flats, and it's important to be aware of the types of pets that are allowed in these living spaces. Large dogs and cats are generally not allowed in HDB flats due to the lack of floor space. That's good. While size is a factor, other traits such as excessive shedding and high energy levels can also disqualify certain breeds from being kept in HDB flats. Therefore, it's essential to choose a pet that is suitable for the type of property you live in. Right, so large dog breeds like golden retrievers and corgis are not allowed in HDB flats due to their size and the potential for excessive shedding and high energy levels. The Ministry of National Development has determined that these traits are not conducive to maintaining a pleasant living environment in HDB flats. Similarly, cats are also not allowed in HDB flats due to their tendency to roam and caterwaul, which can cause disturbances and difficulties in containing them within a flat. Therefore, if you have large or active dogs or cats as pets, it's recommended to consider a landed property or condominium with pet-friendly rules. Right, so next is creating a pet-friendly home. After settling into a new home, it's important to ensure that your new pet will be safe and comfortable. This section will cover various aspects of creating a pet-friendly home, including window meshing, tank sizes for fish, pet-friendly gates, and bathroom facilities. Alright, so if you live in a high-rise apartment and plan to adopt a cat, it's important to take precautions to prevent accidents. Cats are proficient climbers and curious creatures, which means open windows can be potential hazards. To keep your cat safe, it's necessary to mesh your windows to prevent them from falling or escaping through small gaps. The cost of window meshing will vary depending on the size of your windows, and there are several pet services in Singapore that can provide a quote for installation. Right, so tank size and pumping solution for fish. If you are an avid fish enthusiast and plan to have an elaborate aquarium, it's essential to consider the size of your tank and its placement in your home. Large tanks can hold over 100 liters of water and may require a strategic placement near a water source or bathroom for convenient maintenance. Additionally, plumbing solutions may be necessary to ensure easy access to water for cleaning purposes. It's important to include these considerations in your discussion with your interior designer or contractor to budget for any necessary plumbing solutions. Okay, so pet-friendly gates for dogs. For dog owners, pet-friendly gates are essential for setting boundaries and keeping your dog safe. Dogs are known to be explorers and may follow their owners wherever they go. Therefore, gates can prevent them from wandering off or causing damage, especially if they are prone to separation anxiety. When choosing a pet-friendly gate, it's important to select sturdy gates that are chew-proof and have a walk-through door with a latch for ease of use. And then bathroom facilities for pets, similar to toddlers and young children, cats and dogs require bathing and a designated wash-up area for their belongings. If you prefer not to share a bathroom with your pets, it's important to find a home with a spare or common bathroom. Additionally, the size of your bathroom can impact how easy or difficult it is to bathe your pets, especially for those who dislike water. Having a bathtub or a large open area for bathing may be a better option, although the installation cost should be considered. When it comes to furniture, it's important to choose pet-friendly options. Certain fabrics are more suitable for pet owners, such as leather, which is easy to clean, but may not be suitable if your cat loves to scratch. Alternatively, specially formulated scratch-resistant materials can be used for pet-friendly sofas. Additionally, it's important to consider furnitures specifically designed for your pet, such as stands for fish or terrapin tanks, hooks for hanging bird cages, and niche spaces for climbing features for cats. Right. So conclusion: choosing and adopting a pet is a big decision that requires careful planning and consideration for your living situation. By creating a pet-friendly home, you can ensure the safety and comfort of your furry companion. From window meshing to pet-friendly gates and furniture, each aspect contributes to a pet-friendly environment. Remember, owning a pet comes with responsibility, and it's important to be prepared for the expenses and commitment involved. Use this guide as a checklist when planning your pet-friendly renovation, and consult reputable sources for more information and resources on pet ownership in Singapore. Right, so that's the article. I think it was written pretty well. Okay, let's kind of take a look at how many words this article generated for us, right? Because there's no text counter right here, but we can look at this, right? So it is only 374 9 words. I don't think so, right? I don't think that's all it is. Definitely it is off somewhere. Are you sure 378 words? Maybe let's try something else, right? Let's use some character count too, maybe. Okay, so let's use this one. Okay, let's take a look at this. How many words is this? Right, so it should be 901 words. So I think that's pretty decent. I mean, it could be more detailed, right? In some of these subheadings, I think that could be better. But I think overall, it is actually pretty decent. I mean, it covers, lightly covers most of the content, I would say. So yeah, that's Blogging Pro, right? I mean, you could then try with, you know, you could try with this uh GPT-4 AI, right? So that could maybe give you even better content, I would think so. And the cool thing over here is that it's also, you can, this is, they also generate the meta description for you as well. So once you pull it in, I think it sets it up as well. I might be wrong. Okay, let me just take a look. Please refresh. Okay, let's see. Yep. So it actually sets up the snippet for you. Yeah, it actually sets up the snippet for you, which I don't know how it puts this information in there. Probably when you import it, right? But it's in here, right? You can see here, right? The content in here. It is similar to this one. Okay, I think they have added the description somewhere. Okay, I think they added into the excerpt right here, which automatically sets this up for the meta description. So I guess that's how they do it, right? So that's all I have to share about auto blogging, right? I'm actually pretty impressed by this tool here. In fact, I would say that as compared to say Skillnut and Go Charlie, right? Like the one-click blogs, I would say that with Go Charlie and Skillnut, they do often repeat certain lines in the subheadings and the headings as well, which I mean in the content of those subheadings and headings, right? So I think that it seems like Autoblogging Pro seems to have tweaked it a certain way that makes it less repetitive, or I mean I couldn't detect much repetitiveness at all, right? So I would say that this tool is definitely, I think it's a amazing one, right? And also I guess some of you might be really interested in the cost of auto blogging as well. So let me just kind of pull this calculator in here so that we can take a look, right? So this is based off GPT-4. Maybe we could kind of take a look here. It doesn't say the number of words. Like maybe there's a better calculator. Okay, so there we go, right? So let's say I want to generate 1,000, okay, and I'm using GPT-4. It's gonna cost me. Sorry, it's gonna cost me 0.08 cents, like 9 cents. That's what it's gonna cost me, right? And if I want to use GPT somehow, okay, so GPT Da Vinci, okay, so I believe Da Vinci is GPT 3.5, if I'm not wrong. So that's gonna cost me 0.32 cents. Okay, so an article that Autoblogging Pro generates for you is gonna cost less than 10 cents using GPT-4 and less than 4 cents if you're using GPT-3 Da Vinci, right? So that's a lot cheaper. And let's see, Curie is the same, um, right? So there we go, right? That's the cost. It's a lot cheaper. Okay, So you're saving a lot yourself. I mean, it's not a lot of money that's going to create, right? So I mean, if you are going to be creating 100 articles a month, let's say, I mean, with my Auto Blogging Pro subscription right here, I get to create 200 articles a month, right? So 200 articles, that is 200 of this, which is let's see, right? So 200 times 0.088, it's only going to cost me $17.60 to be generating these articles. Okay, so I think this is kind of no-brainer. I would think this is a great tool. I would say I definitely recommend people to check out Auto Blogging Pro. Is definitely a very interesting tool, right? I guess that's all I have to share, right? I would say like this is a must-have tool, and I think it should be a must-have tool as well, because if you are going to be very focused on SEO, like you want to make sure that everything is done well, right? Everything is generated well. You want to save your time making sure that you have the best piece of content. Then go for something like SkillNut. But if you want, use something like SkillNut, maybe with Market Muse, something like that optimizes your article really well. Then if you just want to say generate something decent, something, I would say it's good, but it's not like really in-depth kind of content, then why don't just use Auto Blogging Pro, right? I mean, it's almost, I mean, the content that this tool creates, it is even better than many Upwork freelancers or Fiverr writers that you can hire, right? And it costs way more money than, you know, a piece of article that costs you 9 cents. You're gonna be paying them say $30, $40 for an article. Like, that's the cheapest writers, and they suck big time, right? I mean, this only costs you 9 cents, right? I think this is much better, right? So I guess that's all I have to share about Auto Blogging Pro. If you enjoyed this video, do give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about Auto Blogging Pro in the comments below. Lastly, if you know anyone who could benefit from this too, be sure to share this video with them, right? I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.